Welcome to the Fabulous 50s and Beyond. I'm Jim Pollard, your co-host with my wife, Jeanetta. We have an exciting program today. We're going to be talking about the Easter Seals art program and the auction that they have coming up. So you stay tuned and we'll be right back.
And he'd say, go with what you got. Start from where you are. Give it your best shot. Keep reaching for that star. Get in the race, keep your own pace, keep moving and never stop. Just go, go with what you got.
Welcome back. Our guests today are Stephanie Benjamin and Diana Davenport. Glad to have you two with us today, and we're going to be talking about a project that Easter Seals of Western Kentucky has. Eastern Seals of Western Kentucky has been dear to us for a lot of years, especially since our daughter worked there for a period of time.
Yes.
And so we've actually worked with Easter Seals, done a lot of things over the years, and we know the great work that you do. But today we want to talk about the art program, and we've seen some of the art and some of the work that goes on. And Diana, since you're in charge of the program, tell us about how the program works. And I know that arts and crafts become a therapy, but they become a good therapy, don't they?
Yes, they do. Our individuals have really, they've grown through their self-expression, they've grown through their self-confidence, and you know, we've had the opportunity to bring in artists from the community that come in and work with our individuals there also. So they're gaining a lot of knowledge from different mediums and different, you know, artists here.
It's great that the artists will come, you know, and volunteer their time and help them. It really is.
Well, for 5 years, we did receive funding through VSA, Arts of Kentucky. So that helped to provide, to, you know, pay some of the artists to come in, and then it provided supplies and some framing for the program.
Are you doing different types of media? Or are you only doing art painting, I guess is what I should say?
No, we do it all. We do 3D, we do sculptures, we have a keel in the art studio. So ceramics, we do recycled art, found art. You know, we pick up stuff that, you know, anything can become art.
And this is in the adult services program, correct? Okay.
Work with the adults.
That's what I thought. It was in the adult program. I love the found art. I do some of that myself. I do birdhouses with recycle and found with recycled wood and different objects. I've got CD disc and doorknob pulls and all kinds of things that I use to do that also. Now Stephanie, she's the art director. What do you do?
I gotta wear several different hats. I help with development. I'm the administrative assistant to the CEO, president, and I help with social media, and I maintain the website and stewardship.
Okay. Now this is the 6th annual art show.
That's correct. That's correct. And I've sat on the committee every year.
Okay.
I've been involved.
Tell us exactly what it is, because yes, we've covered the show before, but this is a new year, and each year we hope that we have new viewers, and so we want to educate them about what the art show is, some dates, what's going to be involved in everything.
Well, the art show is a competition. It's kind of has multiple parts. There's a competition that we initially had on exhibit at the Adult Day Training Center, but now we've moved on to a new venue, a larger venue, City Hall. And the show, the exhibit is open to all amateur artists. So regardless of your, if you have a disability or not, it's not based on that. It's an inclusive show. And right now we're open to having folks submit their artwork to be in the show.
And they can submit up to 3 entries, and there is a $5 entry fee.
Is that per entry or total?
Total.
Okay.
Total. And then there is a cash prize award. We're giving away over $500 worth of award prizes.
Okay. Are there different categories?
Yes, we have 7 categories. There is acrylics, oils, watercolors, pastel drawing is together, 3D, mixed media, and collage is together, and photography. We added photography back this year. We had quite a few people last year that we did not have that entered last year, and we, a lot of people missed that, so we added that again.
I think almost anybody can make a picture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the photography, is it more digital now than?
Some of it is. Some of it is just finding a unique, something unique like concrete with maybe a flower coming up through that, and an individual may see that and look at that as art or some, it's in digital, but we get a lot of just the still photography, just something unique. And
well, photography has always been near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
It helped pay for my college. As I say, my camera helped work me through college. I was the official photographer for the college where I went, and it did pay for a lot of my school expenses. And so photography's always been dear. The wife makes the remark a lot of times that we have twice or three times as many pictures of our first child than we do of our second child. Don't
tell Valerie.
Don't tell Valerie. Well, she's the first child that's got all the pictures. But we were in school when she was a baby, so I'd come in off of a shoot, and back then it was film, it wasn't digital. And if I had 2 or 3 shots left on a roll of film, I'd just shoot it of her, and then process them. So we have a lot of pictures of her in her first year. But and I love art. I've never had an art lesson, and I'm tempted to go to art school now at my ripe old age of 74.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
I feel that there are certain basics that once you learn that you can do. I think I could do the modern arts they call. I could do stuff like that, but I think I love scenes, nature, and stuff like that. That I think you need some training to be able to do that.
We do a lot of abstract work there in the studio.
Yeah.
A lot of just, we're going with the flow. The individual pick out the colors they like and then just go with it and, add some collage pieces to it.
Valerie's been doing some of that herself. I don't know whether you know that or not, but she's been doing some of that her art herself. And she took a collage class, I think, not too long ago.
Really? I know she knits. And
she knits big time.
Yes.
And does some beautiful work.
And I think she's agreed to put some pieces up before the show at the coffee bar.
Yeah, good.
And we do have we have artwork at Market 315 too.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's good.
And we have the artwork we put into cards that we're selling now at Market 315 has those for sale. So.
And good. We might want to say everybody doesn't know where Valerie's shop is, but it's the downtown coffee shop.
Yeah.
At 426 Broadway.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot. Again, the art I think is so important. We had all of you know, and the people that know the show, that I was a professional Santa for years, still am. But I did the same mall in Nashville for 5 years. And we had a family there, a dentist. He had a set of twins and a set of triplets. And they were small. And they grew up with me for the 5 years I was there. But it got to the point after the first year that on Christmas Eve, I expected to see all 5 of them come back to see me again. And it would be late on Christmas Eve or the day before, and they would have spent the day making me an ornament, each one of them.
Oh, how sweet.
Each year I'd get 5 new ornaments that hang in my office to this day. And we think back that, boy, those kids are grown now,
And you have a keepsake. Something
yes,
nice
I
to
do.
remember.
And we do. It's amazing the amount of kids that bring Santa gifts instead of expecting
really
them from
sweet.
Santa. We've got some tape, and I want to run this piece of tape that we have showing some of the work that they do, because I think the person on this doing the scenery is outstanding. And what is his name?
His name is Chris Thompson.
Now Chris has been there for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been with the program from the conception.
There he is.
From the beginning. Yeah, that's Chris. He does beautiful, beautiful landscape work. Just his lighting and everything is just so bright and vibrant. And he does sell his artwork. This is already a piece that's already sold.
Wow.
And he's not even finished with it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So,
Well, I recognized him from the Christmas party.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
And he was the featured artist in 2009, I think.
2009.
Yeah. This is Nancy Loving. She is our featured artist this year. And yeah.
So each year you have a different featured artist from the center. Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you determine that?
Well, That's we kind of have a committee, an art committee, and
like
we
a
get
jury,
together.
like a jury committee. Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of talk about, you know, the artist and the work that they've done, and you know, we want everyone to get a chance to be a featured artist.
Right.
So,
Well, I understand that.
Just you know, Nancy's just such a has just progressed so much in her art and her you know, talking about her art to other people. She's, you know, she goes home after she leaves Easter Seals and she paints and draws, and she so.
Well, you know, that's really no different than children who take music and they go home and practice their piano.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
there she is with Ashley McMillan from the Charity League.
So she actually she
Paducah.
paints all the time then.
Yes.
Yeah.
On weekends, in the evening. Yeah, she'll come in, and she's
there
brought
with
me
Stephanie
something that she
Graves.
did the night before. That's Stephanie Graves. Yeah, she worked with several of our individuals on a collaborative piece, marble piece, that they all worked on, and that will be one of the pieces up for auction.
Is that the piece that's on the poster?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's the piece that's on
Right
the
there,
poster
that
there,
poster.
right there, and telling all about it. That's a beautiful piece.
I
Now, you
would,
say several artists worked on that
yeah,
piece.
I would say 25 to 30 artists at Easter Seals worked on that piece together with Stephanie. So
That's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece. It really is. The colors are brilliant in it.
they really enjoyed doing that, the mixing the colors, because yeah, and that was watercolors too. So
Oh, it was watercolors. That is outstanding. Well, that's good.
yeah, the reflection of the marbles is.
Yeah.
And she's worked with folks before, done workshops, and made a collaborative piece last
This is
year.
second
Her
year
second
that
year.
she's worked
That's good.
with
That's
us.
a beautiful piece, beautiful piece.
Yeah.
And some of the other, we'll probably do some of the other artwork in the second half of our show.
Okay.
Because we're getting close to the end of the first half here. And we just want you to know that we appreciate you two being with us today. Talk about this because I think that art is so important in life. You know, just kids in their artwork. Some people call it scribbling, but it's artwork to the kids. I said years ago, I had somebody remind me one time or tell me that a kid having problem tying their shoe, that problem is just as big as any problem you have as an adult while they're trying to learn how to tie that shoe. And that's true. So I think that art is a good teacher and expressing themselves. And as you said, it gives them self-worth. We ran a halfway house. I ran a halfway house for years. And it was an adult halfway house. I said we either got on, we were the last step before they went to jail or the first step after jail. And one of the preconditions for anyone coming to our halfway house was you had to work. You had to do something. And we had people up in the years and everything. I said, if he did nothing but sweep the floor after breakfast or after a meal or mop it, I said, they need to do that for self-worth. Because if they don't do anything, they don't have any self-worth. And I think self-worth is very important in a person's life. And so that was the reason that. But some of the people didn't understand why we said everybody work. They thought we were just saying it because they thought they ought to work. But I feel it's very important for self-worth if everybody does something and contributes to the group.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's so important.
Exactly.
Well, enough preaching. But we'll be right back. You stay tuned, and we'll be right back after announcement, and we'll be talking more about the art show.
We didn't have much to give then. So when they showed up, firing them mean looks around the place and staring us down on prices, well, I was angry. Didn't seem to bother my father, though. He had me load another bushel of apples in their trunk. I learned later on that this family was in need.
The greatest gift we give, it's in our heart, what we believe, the way we live.
Caring for others. Pass it on.
And he'd say, go with what you got. Start from where you are. Give it your best shot. Keep reaching for that star. Get in the race, keep your own pace, keep moving and never stop. Just go, go with what you got.
Welcome back. We're talking today about Easter Seals of West Kentucky Art Celebration. This is the, did I see 8th one or 7th?
6th.
6th. Ah, okay.
Neither of the above.
Neither of the above. It's a 6th art celebration. I've said that you do the show for so long and you do repeats. Sometimes they do run together, and you don't realize it's been a year. That's another thing too. But it's a great fundraiser, I'm sure. But I think more than that is it showcases the work of the clients. Is that it does showcase their work. But this year you've expanded it, right? It's open to the general public.
Well, and it has been open to the general public, but every year it seems to grow and build. And this year, we're going to have a kickoff at Pasta House. We're going to have a wine tasting, and that actually is going to raise money for St. Nicholas, the family clinic. But we're going to pass out coasters with the date event and let people know, about the event. So that's something we're doing a little different. Of course, we're having posters that are going to go up all over downtown, and postcards will go out to folks on our mailing list, and we're keeping everyone up to date. We have a Facebook page and website, and keeping everyone update using that. Tickets, in the past we've only sold tickets by folks calling and ordering tickets, but this year we're going to have the availability of ordering tickets online if that's something someone would prefer to do. So that's going to be a new
Everything's
option.
moving online. That's just Facebook. How do they like you on Facebook? What's your page?
It's www.facebook.com/ESWKY. That's for Easter Seals West Kentucky. It's ESWKY. And then they just click the like button, and
If they go to your web page, do you have the RSS feeds for Twitter and Facebook on there?
No, not presently. We don't have a feeder. I don't have. We're not. I do the social media, but I do so many other things that I really can't keep up with. Twittering all the time, and keeping our Facebook up to date and our web page, and then the other things that I do. So I focus mainly on Facebook and keeping the website current about events and with some pictures and things to go along with it.
Can they order the tickets off of the web page?
Actually, there will be a link. What it will be, though, it'll be a web page. They'll have to go to charityhappenings.org, but there'll be a direct link to that, and it'll feature our event. It'll have pictures to our event. It's something that it's not, although it's not like tied in directly to our site. We'll have a direct link to it, and
Now, I used to know your website link. Well, what is it? It's
www.eswkyy.easterseals.com.
Okay.
So all your art will be on display at the City Hall?
Yeah, the community, everyone who wants to enter our art show.
From September the 7th through October the 3rd?
We're taking art right now, and then we have our art auction, which that's September 29th. And that's an evening. We are going to have a silent auction, and we'll have a live auction. And at the live auction, we'll have artwork done by, like, some collaborative pieces by LowerTown artists and our artists working together on, like, the marble piece there.
Right.
That'll be one of the pieces. And then some artwork that was donated by, by some artists from the community.
Now, the art auction itself is kind of like a celebration, right?
The art auction itself, yes, it starts at 6 p.m. It'll be at Madison Hall. That's a new venue for us. I don't know where we'll have it next year. I think Madison is there. It's going to be a location.
Carly Art School.
That's right.
Right.
So it's appropriate. But anyhow, we're at 6 o'clock. We'll start serving heavy hors d'oeuvres, and the Culinary School here at West Kentucky
they're going
Tech
to do it. That's good.
are going to prepare those, and we'll have other things, there at the celebration. We're also going to have Char Downs. She's going to draw caricatures for donations that'll come to the center, so folks can take away art if they want, of just not just from the live auction, but just a little caricature of themselves, and she's just generously agreed to, you know, just donate her time and do that as part of the entertainment, and we're going to have some other things going on. And then the auction itself, the live auction, will start around 7 p.m. and probably have 12 to 14 pieces.
And Robert Alexander is going to be the auctioneer this year.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's good, yes.
Yeah, that's good. So what I'm seeing is that this is kind of like a month-long celebration with everything that's going on.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's not just a one-night event.
No.
It's a continuous event for a month, basically, when you get down to it.
Right.
With
Party.
a
party.
Party, okay.
Yeah, it's a
I said an event, you know.
Oh, celebration.
But you know, with the receiving of art, which is starting now, am I correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, it will be by the time the show airs, and it's going now through September the 3rd. You'll actually receive art for the show. The show in City Hall, will that start right about then?
It starts on the 7th.
On the 7th, give you a chance to get it all together.
Checked in and you know, get the labels made.
And that'll go for how long?
Till October 3rd.
Till October 3rd.
And the judging will take place, what, on the 9th?
Yes.
The
Yeah,
9th of,
judging will be on the 9th, and then we'll have an award presentation that day also. So.
okay. And September
At City Hall.
At City Hall.
Yes.
Okay. And the function at the auction itself is September?
September 29th. It's a
September
Thursday night.
the 29th,
and that's
which
going to
is a
be
Thursday night.
at Madison Hall.
At Madison Hall.
And yeah, we had over 120 people, 25 or so people last year, and we're hoping to have more people. Yeah, we want it to grow every year. And everyone, I think, who came last year had a really enjoyed it.
And it's only $15.
Correct. $15 if you want to order your ticket in advance by calling our number at the Adult Center, the 443-1200 number, or they can buy online this year if they prefer. But we're happy to, you know, sell.
Well, $15 is very reasonable.
Very reasonable considering all that comes with it.
I know. It's very, very reasonable for the general public to take part in it.
We have some fantastic every year silent auction items too that are really.
So you're actually going to have items other than the artwork.
Yes, and the past 2 years, or this year and last year, we've started also on top of items donated from some of the stores and businesses around town. We also have some experiences that we've started auctioning off. Like last year we had Mayor for the Day and dinner at the firehouse that a family could bid on, and you know, if your kid thought that would be a ride along with the police officer. Well, actually it was more like tour because they can't really do the ride-alongs exactly. But moonlight, a moonlit cruise, like on a sailboat.
Nice items.
So you have a lot of those again this year. Any ones in
physical.
particular you already know about this year? Something similar?
Yes, we're going to have the Moonlight Cruise. Vicki Donaldson and her husband are donating that on their sailboat. We're going to have the police officer experience and the dinner at the firehouse. And so we're going to have some of those experiences again. They were really popular last year, and so we're going to do that as well.
Very good. Yeah, that's that. See, I didn't fully understand it. I'm glad we got into more detail about that.
Certificates from restaurants, like gift certificates you can bid on, and a car detailing package, like one of the really nice, like full detail inside and out. Lots of, just a real variety. I think Tots and Teens donated a $100 gift certificate, and like Learning Railroad. We may bundle some of those things, like a really nice one of those dolls, the living doll, or I think it's Madame Alexandra or something. Really nice.
That's very popular one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It'll be a
Santa
great
knows
package.
the popular dolls.
Santa, we're at the right
That's
spot. Santa.
Yeah, it's interesting stories about dolls, but that's good. You know that they can go there, they can help out Easter Seals. They can see some great art, and it's a good networking place also.
Great networking place, that's right. And
for all you
just a-
business people out there, it's a good networking place.
And we're going to have, a lot of our adults will be there, and it is such a joy to them to, they feel like celebrities,
Right.
and their role is an artist,
Right.
and that's their role there, and so they feel really, honored, and so it's special when
Right.
we have lots
Right.
of community members out there coming
Well,
in
it should be,
celebrating.
Yeah, it
with
should
them.
be.
Absolutely.
They've earned it, they've
Yeah.
deserved it.
Yes.
Well, are these brochures available all over town?
No, most of the schools and
We've got a few out downtown area, like at the art school, at your daughter's coffee house has
Right.
some,
Fowles Place.
and at Market 315.
Okay, because
so,
it's
yeah.
got the entry form on the back of it is
Yeah.
the reason that
Or
I
you
said
can come
that.
to Easter Seals, and we'll have them there, to fill out.
or
Can
they can call.
students enroll in this? Can
Sure.
the art,
Yes,
the art
definitely.
school
We're
students
welcome to have.
can
We
enroll?
welcome
Okay.
students. We have high school students, Murray State students, technical school, the art college.
Right.
Everyone, as long as they're not a professional artist,
Right.
Okay.
who.
Well, ladies,
their
this has
living.
been fun and very informative, and I hope that our people have learned a lot from it today. And we want you to realize how important this is to our community and how important it is to you. And we want you to watch our show every week. We'll have different guests and different shows about different things. And remember, the three things that we try to do is to inform you, to inspire you, and to motivate you. And so if you've never drawn a picture or painted a piece of art, we encourage you to do that. Get involved. We've got art schools in town now, and if you're over the age of 65, I think you can go to school for free.
I've
And
heard
that's
that.
important that you understand that. So remember now, our motto is use it or lose it, and we want to remind you that today. We'll see you again.
Thanks for inviting us.
Can't see as well as I used to. Can't run as far or as fast. Sometimes I think that the old me is becoming exactly that. But when I start thinking of all I don't have, that's when I tell poor me Beethoven was 50 and deaf as a post when he wrote his Ninth Symphony. And he'd say, go with what you got, start from where you are, give it your best shot, keep reaching.